So last time I showed a very detailed way of following what an equation, a graphical equation means. But in practice, like this is quite slow. Like I don't actually need that much detail most of the time because a lot of the time we can just follow through. Like imagine like numbers flowing through and things kind of are easy to see. So here, like I know, for example, here, if I have my basic copying thing, I know that all the variables will be the same. So instead of giving names here, I can just say, well, I mean, this will be A, and this will be A, and this will be A, and this will be A. So already that's easier. And then I still need something here, right? So let me remove this. Still in here, I can't quite infer what it is. Well, I could call it E, E, and I'll have an equation which is A plus B equals E. Well, actually, I can get, wait, what am I saying? A plus E equals B. I'm getting ahead of myself because indeed I know this is equivalent to E equals B minus A. So if you get kind of used to it, you sort of read this and you can say, oh, well, I know this is B minus A, and this is also from this end, I know this is, B minus D, or you can sort of get through naming variables quite quickly. So if I were to ask, what does this thing mean, and I was used to it, it would probably look like, well, here's A, here's A, here's A, that's B minus A, and I still want to write all the equations to be sure I haven't forgotten anything. So the first black node is okay, second black node is fine, first this white node is fine, and the last one, this is important, I have B minus A plus A equals D. So here's what I get. I had C equals A above here, and I get those two things, and I can simplify this into B equals D. So whereas before we had all those exists things, that we had exists E, D, E, F, G, H. In many cases, not all cases, but in many cases, you can simplify them away and sort of get something easier. And this is much easier because we could rewrite it if we wanted to. That's the equation. Another equation that describes the same thing is this one, You see? Wow, that's the same thing. That's a lot easier to read. So here's what happens if you go a bit quicker and you get the hang of it. A bunch of other generators have this kind of property that things sort of flow through in one particular direction. So if this is the multiplication thing, so building block. So that corresponds to A, B equals C. And, well, you can, again, sort of, if you know A and B, you'll know C. So you don't really need to give a new name to C, sort of can follow through. And if you have a complicated thing, like, I don't know, there's this, and then there's this, and then there's this, then you can just be A, and this is A to A to A times A. And here you go, like that took me 2 seconds. So even though the previous detailed explanation makes it look tedious, you get the hang of it, and it's not always that bad. You get a sense quite quickly of which thing's going in which direction, and that's it for this thing.